Welcome back, friends. This is Melanie with Melanie Stamps, where color and creativity collide. Today is part one of 2 videos where we glimmer and make birthday cards. Welcome back, guys. Today I am playing around with some brand new Spellbinders glimmering birthday sentiments. These are from the new release on June 10th, and I have 4 of the collection here. This one here is Poppin' Birthday, it's called, and it says have a poppin' birthday. This one is Glimmering All About You, and it says today is all about you. This one is Best Day Ever, and it's called Glimmering Best Day. This one says hip hip hooray, and it's Glimmering Hooray is the title. And each of these comes with, I don't have them in their packages, but each of these comes with a glimmer plate and a glimmer plate and a die, an outline die to cut out. So that is very nice. And I've already got one heating up here on my glimmer machine. And we're going to cut out or glimmer 4 of them. And then I'm going to take a break and I'm going to go design some cards with them and come back and I'll share with you what I've made. I'm going to pull in 3 of the items from May 2023's club kits that I didn't get a chance to use. I thought I would use the stitch die of the month and put one of the sentiments right here. And then I thought I'd use the balloons and banners 3D kit of the month, which I thought I would possibly bring in some of the balloons from one of the other kits and decorate this with. And then I'd use the birthday candles. I thought this was just perfect to go along with the kits from last month. And I've noticed how a lot of the kits do that. The club kits from one month will coordinate with a following release. So it's really nice when the products all coordinate nicely together, when they play nice. So I thought I would do that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yes, with this, the large die of the month, it has these balloons and the strings, and then it has these florals. I thought maybe I might bring in the florals in some of it too. So we'll just see. There's 4 cards to make and so many possibilities. So let's just glimmer these, and I'm going with all primary, bright, cheerful colors. So I don't know if any of you have noticed, but I've been playing around with some branding on my channel. I've always loved all color. So I've been going with bright rainbow themed items. And so that's what we're looking at using. So let's see. I have chosen red foil. I've chosen to use tangerine, cobalt blue, and gold for the yellow. So those are my foil colors, and my papers are very similar in color. So let's foil. So this one is the tangerine, and I am going to go ahead and release this. We do have our ready light there, nice and green. So I'm going to release this. I'm going to move it over. And I do this just so I don't get as much movement of the plates. I find it moves less. Put the shiny side down to the decorative, or to the detail of the plate. Put those on and roll through slowly. Y'all only want to roll through once. I'm using 80-pound hammer mill premium color copy with the chameleon on the package. I find with my newer machine, I usually need to have the 80 pound, so I don't have too much overfoiling. Ugh, it would be good if I would have used paper. Okay, guys, I am back, and I am leaving that little fib or mistake in as a teaching lesson because all of us are bound to make that mistake. That was actually the first time I have made that mistake and foiled my plate with a full foil plate. So, I did what I have read works, and I used hand sanitizer immediately, and look, I was able to clean the problem. So, I had in the previous, and this is to help others, I had in the previous gotten a few little bits of foil on my plates. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you could see that just a little bit. And I hadn't worried about it thinking, oh, I'll wash them later, you know, if it gets real bad. But that did not come off. So my advice to everyone would be to, if you have an overfoil or a foil on the plates, to go ahead and get your hand sanitizer out in a microfiber cloth and wipe it down. Immediately, it came right off with the foiling from this plate. It came right off immediately. Then I went to the sink and just rinsed the plates and dried them with a towel, and good as new. So, but that old foil did not come off. I probably could scratch at it for a long time, and it might, but I'm not going to worry about it. But that, at least the big orange mishap is gone, which makes me very happy. So let's try that again. So I think it's a good learning experience for all of us, though. So I did say I am brand new, so, you know, but it's funny that the first time it happened on camera, of course. So, but hey, we're here to learn, right? So I will share my fumbles with you. So let's try this again. Foil side down. Paper down. And I even said the paper, what kind of paper it was. That's so funny. The heat resistant plate, the clear plate, both down. Then run it through slowly. This time, hopefully, we'll have better results. I'll go ahead and put this back in the dock. The next one heating up. We'll reveal this. Hopefully it revealed nicely. Best day ever. Okay, now. Pretty good, just a tiny bit of overfoiling right there. Nothing we can't clean up with just a little brush. Not a problem, won't be a problem at all. Plus, I'm die cutting it, so it's not gonna matter anyways. Ta-da, easy peasy. So that's one. Set that timer up since the plate's warmed up. We will get number 2 done here. Yeah, since my machine is relatively new, I use the 80 pound hammer mill on my machine. A lot of people use the heavier weight hammer mill, and I'm sure I will have to use that eventually as my machine, my Platinum 6, loosens up. The more you use your die cut machine, the looser it gets. So I'm sure that will happen to me over time. I've done very little actual die cutting with this machine. I tend to use my Gemini Junior. So I use this mainly for my glimmer. But the more I use it, the more it will loosen. So feel free to play around. And if you get a lot of underfoiling, make sure you thicken your paper or thicken your sandwich. Okay, we're going to use gold foil on this one and paper. Shiny side to the foil plate. The silver part is your glue, your adhesive, that is going to be attaching itself to the paper, if that helps you remember. Okay. Hip, hip, hooray. There we go. Very nice. That one again has a, let's see, a nice outer die. Perfect. Nice thing about redocking this is the heat light heats up for us relatively quick, so we can keep on moving. And that speeds up our process time. I like this size plate. It foils relatively easily and almost always on the first time. There were some other sentiment plates. I think it was with the, they were the larger front plates at the same time as the Hexi-Gem release. But it was the full front plates. Those also foiled beautifully on the first time. These sentiment ones are really wonderful. All right, we are heated. I'm going to use the red on this one. And paper. The two plates. It's a thin shim in the spacer pad. If your shims have gotten in really bad shape, the Spellbinders website does now carry replacement shims for your Glimmer machine. They just started carrying those recently. Have a poppin' birthday. I like that. That's going to be really cute on the balloons embossing folder. Today is all about you. That could even have a sub-sentiment saying like congratulations, or that could be other than birthday. Let's see how this one does. I saw a couple little scratches on this foil, so let's see. Okay, it did all right. Look at that red foil. Oh, I like that. That's the first time I've used that one. Be really pretty with Christmas. There's a little overfoil right here. Won't be a problem to get rid of. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit. A little bit right there too. Once I find my little paintbrush, it'll wipe it right off. So if you get a stiff bristle paintbrush, it comes right off. All right, let's get that timer going again. And we will have all of these glimmered. Then I'll just die cut them out and I'll be good to go design. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put the foil down, the paper down, the plates down, and then through. Okay, and I'll let that cool just a little bit. There we go. Today is all about you. Perfect. So we have all of our sentiment, whoops, here. So for this glimmering, we're going to be doing the hinge technique. I am using 2 older foil plates that really go well with all of the birthday themed products that Spellbinders has been putting out lately. Both the club kits from May and the new release here in June of 2023. So I've got the birthday candle background, which is I already did as a practice run. And I did it with the rainbow, I believe, let's see, it's called Rainbow Confetti Foil, which is this foil right here. And I hinged it along the side, and it came out beautiful. And it's perfect for an A2 card. It also comes with 2 little dies that you can die out them individually if you want to, you know, add dimension or use it even on another project. So that is a very versatile set. And now we're going to do this larger one, and it's also horizontal, which is cool. So, and this one has larger space, and it's open space. So I thought this could be colored. Might be very pretty to have like a, you know, darker at the bottom and fade to light at the top, or vice versa. So I thought we would try the hinge method with this one. Oh, and this one's called So Many Candles. So for our paper here, for the hinge method, you tape your plate down to your paper, face down, which is different than we're used to. Tape, this is, I'm getting some of the sticky off, but this is a low tack tape, but it still is pretty sticky. So I'm going to line this up relatively, it tends to shift, but I'm going to line it up straight so it's straight here. But because of this in the hinge, it tends to shift down a little bit. And on the first time I tried this one, it did that and I lost it off the bottom. So I'm going to go up for a little higher this time. And then we're going to flip this back. And we're going to take our gold foil, which I did cut, and we're going to put, if you remember, the rule of thumb is shiny side of the foil towards the pretty part of the plate. The adhesive side, which is the gray side, always goes towards the paper. So it's backwards than usual. But those rules still always apply. Even though the plate is backwards, the foil always goes in those directions. the pretty part of the foil goes to the pretty part of the plate. The gray side, which is the adhesive, has to stick to the paper. So that's what we're going to do. And you're going to put this here, and then you want to hinge this back around. But you want to get that foil under here enough to where you get the bottom of those candles, and that's what I was struggling with earlier. Getting the bottom of those candles on the paper. I'm going to try to get that under there. And then come down. That looks much better. Flatten that out. Okay, and I want this to make sure this is still straight down here. Now it looks like it's too high. Oh, it's because it came out of the hinge. Huh. Okay, so we're going to wing it. Don't we always wing it, guys? Trying to get the foil or the tape off the foil, which may mess up our foiling. Okay, looks like it did fine. We'll say a prayer. YouTube prayer, YouTube prayer. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to run it in and we're going to see what happens. It looks like the top of those candles are on the paper. I probably did this too high this time, but let me show you what it's looking like down here. I do see the gold foil out all the way across here. My problem now is up here, but it does look like I've cleared the paper. So we will run this through and let's see what we get. So this time, remember, we have to heat the plate. So we're going to turn this over and we're going to put it down on our Glimmer and start the timer. Move these, get them ready. And remember, guys, this, oh, I did just, see, that's probably going to mess up the whole thing right there, what I just did. Remember, guys, all of this is a learning process. I'm learning, you're learning, and hopefully you're learning from my mistakes, because that is the whole reason we're doing this. So if you learn anything while you're here, I'd love for you to hit a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Even a comment helps my channel. It bumps my videos up on the feeds and YouTube, and that really helps me. Subscribing to my channel even helps even more. My goal this year is to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I just hit 550. So we're about halfway through the year, and I'm about halfway there. I'm a little over halfway there, so I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, this has probably been shaked all over the place, so we're probably going to get a hot mess. But I think Facebook agrees. But we're going to see what happens. This is my second time doing this plate. So clunking is normal. Let's see how bad that knock did. We're going to have 20 candles or 40 candles. Oops. Get that tape off while it's easy to get off. Pull that off. It can be Okay, let's see what we got. Look at there. Okay, they are all on the paper. It's really super close right there, which is where I was worried about it. Let me see if I can get you up there. They're on there. But how much am I going to use of it? Let's see how much is there. So from the edge of it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 6 inches. So if I'm making, so I only need 5.5 inches. Let me get this down real quick and see. Where's my guillotine? I don't want to mess that up. I can get a double foil out of that baby. Okay, so let me see here. If I cut this at this edge, I have to remember that is not straight, so I have to remember paper's straight, candles aren't. And I do 5 1/4. Let's do a little more than 5 1/4 for a second. How much I'm cutting off. I don't know if I like cutting them off, because they're not straight. You know what? You know what I want to do? And you guys can't see what I'm doing here because all this stuff's on my desk. What I want to do is cut that at an angle right there. Maybe I can do that. Now I'm cutting at the angle of the candles. See what it looks like. I always can foil it again, right? I cut it like that. And then if we put some, it makes it wonky. It's kind of cool. Depending on the sentiment, maybe put a flag banner here. That would work. And I've got all my candles on there. They're not like chopped up. Like this one was done there. There was a space there between that one and the next one, kind of like here and here. So I didn't actually cut it off. So I kind of like that. So I'm going to play with that. And there's like a larger space up here and a larger space down here. So it's like a wonky fun. So I'm going to play with that and see where I get. So I've got that one and I've got the rainbow one, which of course has run away on my desk of mess here. So I have these two and I will play with them and be back in a YouTube second. And I'll show you where I've gotten to. Okay, I just had to come back real quick just because this is hilarious. I was doing this, showing this, and that's where it ran off to. Ha! Laughing at myself. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay, guys, I am back. I have played and played and played. Okay, so the update. I have 4 cards. They are not going to all be shown in this video. I have 2 finished projects, which we will show in this video, because Melanie went down the rabbit hole. Yes, I got the distress inks out. I did some blending. I did a little bit of stenciling. I did a little bit, oh my gosh, so those 2 cards, or that major card, will be in a different video coming up, part 2. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 2 candle cards I made. And these were a little bit easier. So I'm just going to walk you through what I did. And because the foiling process was 30 minutes. So you guys have already sat through all the foiling and the learning and everything. So I'm just going to do a little show and tell here at the end. So I hope this is okay for me to do, just so, you get the idea. So you let me know if this is okay for me to do every now and then, to just gotta like walk you through the foiling and then show you the finished project. So here we go. This is what I did with the rainbow foiled candles. I put it on an A2 card base with some purple mirror card that matched the foil perfectly. It is by Tonic Studios, actually. I love their specialty card. That is one keeper from Tonic Studios, is their specialty card is amazing. So I can throw a link down below for that if you're interested. But then I just went through my crafty stash and found some coordinating sequins. There's actually, some are flat. I don't know if you can tell that there, but some are flat. There's one that's shaped, and then some are like cupped, but it gives a lot of nice texture. And I thought that was kind of fun and playful to go along with the birthday theme. And then, of course, I popped up on foam dots the glimmered sentiment that we made, and I used that die that comes with the glimmer plate, and I did a shadow in the same purple mirror card. So that finished that off and just, had it coordinate. I love that we're getting the outline dies for these sentiments. It just makes it for, a really nice finished look. It makes it so much easier, saving paper and, getting the finished look, being able to add a shadow. I mean, it's just win-win. So I think this turned out amazing. I love all the rich colors in this foil. This foil again was this one, Rainbow Confetti. And to me, that's a must-have. So, when it goes on sale, Rainbow Confetti, you want to get that one. So, and these, everybody's got these in your stash. Who knows what brand they are? Dig through your stash, guys. Use your stash. Matter of fact, I'm going through my craft room right now. You guys might see some crafty lots coming to a YouTube channel near you. Like, yes. I've been de-stashing, let's just say. So, maybe. Coming soon. Okay, so that's card number 1. And card number 2, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this card. And this card is going to my grandson. He is turning 4 next month. And I'm just going to show you the inside first. Okay? Because I'm super excited about this card, guys. Happy 4th birthday. Elijah, you're going to be 4 years old. Now, I stitched this 4 when I was on the airplane going to Rome for our Mediterranean cruise. So I stitched him a 4 and I stitched my little Liam a 1 because Liam will be 1 in December. So I used, I used 3 die sets for this sentiment right here. I used Simon Hurley's Everyday Sentiments for the happy and the birthday. I used the stitch numbers, of course, for the 4. And then I feel like this one's a must-have if you're going to have the stitch sentiments, and that's the Be Bold lowercase, which is for the TH. So, and the Be Bold has a lowercase, an uppercase, and a punctuation set. So, I'll link those down below too. But, is this cute? Now, are you ready for the front of this card? This is our wonky card, remember? We have our wonky candles. Okay, I have to admit, I had so much fun figuring out how to do this card. Okay, I'm just going to show you. Look at that. Did that not turn out awesome? Okay, are y'all cheering? Do I have a clapping section? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just love this card. I think Elijah's gonna love it, but I bet you the first thing he does is pick at the gold pearls. 4 years old. You think he's gonna pick at the gold pearls? Probably. Okay. So what I did here is I colored the candles with Copic markers. So for the red, I did R20 and R24. For the orange, YR02 and 04. For the yellow, Y04 and 08. For the green, G03 and 05. And for the blue, B23 and 26. So I had colored that to start with. And I did have a little problem with the dark red covering the foil a little bit. It kind of stained the foil. So be careful a little bit with that, but that was easily fixable or just by the wonky stripe. That, and I had to dig in my stash to figure out what to use for that, is this new Simon Hurley's Zigzag Chevron die. This is a background die. And I used it creatively. I used the pieces that fall out of it. So I cut just the inside die, and the pieces that come out, I glued 2 big ones together on top of each other, and then I took 4 of the narrow ones and did 2 on top and 2 on top, so that this has texture. I don't know if you can tell that, but this has some texture here instead of being flat. Then I gave this sentiment also a shadow like the last one. And then this one has the tangerine foil, which I really like. That's the first time I've used that. So tangerine foil. And then I scattered the gold pearls, which are actually, they call them fashion gold. So they're self-adhesive embellishments. But I did that because of the candle and the gold foil that I used for the candles. But so, and after I got all of that done, I saw Elijah's little 4 sitting over on the side of my desk. It was not intentional for it to match so perfectly, but it did, and I could not be more pleased with how it turned out. So I'm sorry that this video took 40 minutes, but 30 minutes of it was foiling, and 10 minutes was share time. So I hope it was okay for all of you guys that I finished these cards ahead of time. These are pretty relatively easy cards to do since you saw the foiling done already. but I wanted to go ahead and make sure this wasn't an hour-and-a-half video. So make sure you hit the subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. The next one is technique filled, as well as we will be using those Oxide inks for both blending and stenciling. So we will have 2 more bright birthday cards, perfect for children, and we will learn as we go. Thanks so much for following me, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.